Hi guys, it's Haley. And he doesn't want to do this today. Easy. You know that though. I don't want to do it today either, but we've taken you this far along our journey, so we're not stopping now. So we're here. He's not talking, so I'll talk. So yesterday we got a call, it was day 6, and just one of our embryos was still progressing. So they were going to give it till today, which is day 7. They did say that there were signs of stress, which meant it was likely going to degenerate soon, but they weren't 100% positive that would happen, so they were still going to give it one more day. So today is 7 days is the longest that they can push it. I guess it's a stressful environment for an embryo if it's not either frozen or in the mom, so being out in the lab like that, you can only go till day 7. So we got our day 7 phone call this morning at like 8:30 saying that it did degenerate and did not make it. So we have no embryos. I think yesterday I took the call really hard, and we told my mom and his dad and Linda and friends and Facebook and Instagram. And we didn't tell y'all, but we're just too tired to vlog. But yesterday a lot of people still had hope, which I appreciated because I didn't have any, which I felt was kind of like preparing me for today, because I felt like we had bad news coming. A lot of people were like, we're praying for y'all, and we're praying for that one little embryo to grow, which at first I told my mom this last night, like I just wanted to yell, like, did you not hear what we said? They said it is degenerating. They said there are signs of stress. They said it will likely not make it. Like, everyone was just so hopeful, and I wanted to scream, like, did you not hear that this phone call is bad news? But then I posted on Facebook, you know, where we were at, and that I was praying that there would be a miracle and it would continue to grow, but I just didn't have that hope. So just other people having that hope for us and filling in the gap was what we needed. So I didn't scream at anyone, but I just felt like yelling, did you not hear this is bad news? So today just kind of feels like, I don't know, I know you can't compare it to a miscarriage because it was never even implanted in me, and you can't compare it to like the loss of a child because it wasn't even born, but it was our DNA. And I don't know, in my head I was already planning the life of that little baby, or before, when we thought we had more, I was already planning their little lives out. So it does feel like a loss to me. I don't think my heart's ever hurt this bad. It just sucks really bad. So when they called this morning, I don't know why I needed to know so badly, but all of a sudden something I had never thought about, I just thought about, and I was like, I have to ask her. I just had to ask her, how do you dispose of the embryos? And she said they put them in this biohazardous box, which just made me want to puke. And I know like people have gotten pictures of their embryos on transfer day, so I asked her if they had a picture, and she said no, which made me really sad because I haven't even told you this part. I texted my mom, and I made my mom call the office back and ask why they couldn't get us a picture. And I get that they typically don't give you a picture unless you make it to transfer day, but it was our DNA. It was like the embryos were us, and we were planning their lives, and that's like all we would have left of this Ivf cycle was a picture of. Anyways, they told my mom no, and it's not standard protocol. They don't do pictures unless you make it to transfer day, and it was too late. So I guess that they've already disposed of the embryo, and my mom then told them that they need to change their protocols and think about people, couples like us, and that's all like you really have from this is a picture. And the lady apologized and said she would bring it to the clinic's attention. And see how my mom's been on the phone with them for us, trying to get me a picture, because that's all I want is I want a freaking picture of our embryo. I think today I kind of feel, I don't know if stupid is the word or naive is the word, but I feel naive that I thought this would work for us. And I was so confident, like it didn't even cross my mind that we wouldn't make it to transfer day. Like it just, I'm not dumb, like I know that not all the embryos make it, but it didn't even cross my mind that we wouldn't have one, and we wouldn't even make it to that stage. So today I just feel like, not that I'm telling you, if you're going through your first IVF cycle, I'm not telling you to not have hope. Like, have hope that it'll work, and it does work for some people the first cycle, but I just didn't think we were going to be in this position. I think I got way too ahead of myself thinking about, you know, we're going to do the genetic testing to make sure that they were healthy, which we didn't even make it to that part, and, you know, got too far ahead of myself thinking, you know, we would know the sex of the embryos, do we have boys or girls or how many of each, and we said the first time we were going to just tell them to put the healthiest one in me. It didn't matter if it was a boy or girl, it was our child, and just give us the healthiest one. And then we said the next time we implanted, if we had the opposite sex, we would probably pick the opposite sex, but now I'm like, I was thinking that far ahead, and we got stopped here, which just sucks. And now at this point I'm like, if we do go through this again, which I don't know what our future looks like, but if we did, like, picking the second one, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if it's a boy, it doesn't matter if it's a girl. Like, if you're able to get pregnant and have a child, it doesn't matter the sex. It doesn't matter at all. I would take 10 boys or 10 girls or one of whatever. I don't even care. Just one. It doesn't matter the sex. I keep having, I think they're childish, they're immature thoughts. I keep thinking, like, this isn't fair. I don't know, he deals with dirtbags at work all the time that look at each other and get each other pregnant. They shouldn't even be parents. People, if you're watching this and you're not married, people not married and not ready for kids, I feel like we are good people. We have a good home, good hearts, good morals. I know it's very childish to think it's not fair, but I just feel like this isn't fair. It's not fair that we couldn't do it naturally. It's not fair that we did IVF and that failed. I don't know, I just keep thinking, like I just want to be a mom. It's not fair. Okay, so I know a lot of y'all are new to this or just starting to follow along. I feel like this is all so very personal. We're letting you into like the deepest, darkest parts of our life. I just wanted to share with y'all, if you're new to this, like why we decided to share our story and to do this. They say 1 in 7 people struggle with infertility, and in sharing our story, I've found a lot of my friends that I've been friends with for a while have gone through this, and I had no idea that they went through this silently, you know, without a support system, just because I don't know why people think it's taboo to talk about, because it's such a common thing. And then we've made so many new friends through this. It's just so common. So I don't know why people don't talk about, but in talking about it, you know, yesterday I felt pretty low and didn't have any hope or anything. I was just done yesterday. But because we talked about it, I don't know how many people wrote on that post that I posted yesterday on Facebook or Instagram, just an overwhelming amount of support. I know we'll have support today too. I just don't know how people go through this silently without that kind of help. Or like today, he has a friend that called him and he's covering his shift for him because we're talking about it, which means he has to stay with me tonight. I do too. So that's why we share our story. I mean, it's just a common thing, and I think it should be talked about. You shouldn't have to go through this alone. It's too hard to do alone. It's too hard to do with a support system. I can't imagine doing it without. Do you have anything? So I have no idea what our next steps look like. Before we decided to stay home and do IVF, we considered going overseas and doing it. We had friends going to Ukraine. We have made new friends through this YouTube channel that are in Prague now doing it. It's just so much less expensive overseas. I don't know, do we do that? Do we apply for that grant that we were one of the 4 finalists for again and wait to hear in summer if we get that? They only pick one person, one couple. I don't know. Do we try IVF again? Do we not? I know in a previous vlog I said I don't know how people do this multiple times, but I would do it in a heartbeat again. I think at this point I would do anything just to have our own kids. To feeling like this is what it took. I would do it again. I'd do it 100 times if we could just have one. On a slightly funny note, I'm going to tell him about yesterday, or I can tell him. So my mom called and asked if she could get us anything from the grocery store. She was going to go grocery shopping after work. And this guy said, eggs. Well, if you know us, we eat eggs for breakfast like almost every day. And my mom thought it was like a bad IVF joke. She just was kind of quiet on the other line, like, and he's like, eggs. We'll take some eggs.
I'm sitting there like, why is she not getting this? Like, you asked if we wanted it from the store, and yes, eggs, please. Why is she making this awkward? And
I'm sitting on the couch like, I get what he means, but I put together in my head, I knew where she went with that.
So I realized that she realized I was serious, and I realized that she was thought it was a bad joke, but it wasn't a joke. I really just wanted some eggs, some chicken eggs to eat breakfast.
Thanks, Mom, for giving us chicken eggs.
Yes.
If it was as easy as
Timing.
going to the store and picking up some eggs,
Yeah.
we would do it, but just chicken eggs.
Well,
I guess that's it. One failed IVF cycle.
not the end. We'll figure out something.
you haven't already yet, you should subscribe to our channel. I have no idea what the future looks like. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm sure whatever we choose to do, we will continue to vlog our way through it and bring y'all along. So this isn't the end of us. I'm lucky for this guy, to have this guy.
Love you.
Yeah.